It is this. We are going to be talking about this, not this one. This we are going to be talking about. There was, a leaked video that came with this image. That is the leaked video we are going, or leaked audio rather, that we are going to actually be bringing back, and we actually reiterate on it and make a good analysis and understand the message there, because the enemy will twist it in a way that it will favor their agenda. So that is not what we are here for. We are here to make sure that our movement is running smoothly and our leader is safe and secured. The video so that we will get there. Now, after this, we are going to those who are those wielding the gun, the smoking gun on Ugochinyere's ordeal. So we are going to go there. We are going to talk about it, and among other things. So let us listen to this one first. Let's listen to this one.
Sorry, it was cut off. I came in and cut us off. Okay. So, like I was saying, I met with Onyendu on the 26th of January 2023. Okay.
You know who is speaking? It is the barrister in front of your screen. That is the one speaking. So we are going to actually listen to him and hear what he said. That the discussion he had with Onyendu. According to him, he made a lot of statements there. We need to analyze and bring it to the context of what it is where it's supposed to be and what it is for. So pay very good attention while we are at it. Those wielding the guns to be.
I met with Onyendu on the 26th of January 2023. Okay. And Onyendu came email. Also, I am very, very sick here. Hold on. You were on the 27th of this January. Yes, on Thursday, just last Thursday. Okay, go ahead. Just this Thursday, Galaga. Today is Monday. Okay, you went alone or with a lawyer, Jimakom, or Fine Ejiofor? No. I went, fine boy, Onyendu's brother went. Okay. Then the father of Onyendu's wife also went. Okay. So 3 of us went to see him. Then we saw him separately. Okay. Okay, Kina Emmanuel fine boy and Onyendu wife. But Nunuga will different. Different. Okay, the father of his wife. Okay. Okay. And I did different. I was the last person in the affair. Okay. Yes, and Onyendu has always told me that I can be the last person in the affair because not from me can I confirm everything else like Okay. So I was the last person that went to see him.
Did you hear that? Onyendu said that he should be the last person that will, always see him. So because it will be from him, he will confirm everything that he wants to hear. That sounds to me like a conflict of interest. But I am not going to emphasize on that. Onyendu's brother, he was there, and he said that it is only from you that I will hear, I will make, hear, what is going on. That's why you must see me last. So now confirm what is going on rather. So now when you listen to that speech, it sounds like a conflict of interest, and it gives you also a message that you will understand that Onyendu does not trust his brother. that is, also coming to see him. That is number one message coming out from this. That is number one answer coming out from this message. Number one report coming out from this message. But let us continue. I want you to continue to share the video, and let's continue to listen to it, and we are going to make sense of everything that they are going to say. And I promise you that, because I know that the enemy must have actually sold another narrative, turn it upside down in order to have a fair share of the information. This is the same information that some of these agent provocateur and some of the family of our leader who came to say that the lawyer was pushed to write what he wrote. So we are going to confirm if indeed the lawyer was pushed to write what he wrote, or that our leader health condition has deteriorated. That is the reason why that information came out, because we are actually going to make it clear to the world that we do not push propaganda. Whatever we are bringing to the public, it is as a result of what happened, and we are going to nullify the activities of those enemies who call themselves our leaders, relatives, or friends. We are going to nullify every of whatever they have claimed. That's what we are here to do this afternoon. Pay very good attention as we continue.
Okay.
So I was the last person that went to see him. And after I met with him,
okay.
That he is sick. Yes, that he is very, very sick.
Okay.
His treatment, his medication, as he's supposed to come.
Okay. Okay.
They will give you for like 8 days.
Okay.
They will give you for 8 days.
Okay.
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 And then, see the common banana, to give banana, just like to use banana now. It will take them more than 2 weeks to get approval for him to get banana.
Okay.
Yes. So now it's where around here.
Now, did you hear what he said here? He said that he asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how are you doing? He said that he is not good, that he is very sick. That was the response given from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to this barrister. Now, the same person, barrister who went in the company of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sibling. And the same siblings came out to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was okay. Now, the reason why we are going to take it one step at a time, he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, number one, the dosage of the medication they are giving him under dosage of the medication as per prescription, which was given to him, that they are actually under-treating him. They were not giving him full dosage of the medication that was prescribed to him by the doctors. So now, if they are actually giving him underdose of this medication that he's supposed to be using, it means they don't want him to recover. They want to continue to bring back the punishment. That is as a result of medical torture. Because whenever a medication is prescribed based on the findings of the medical professionals, whenever they prescribe a medication and you give the medication underdose, it means that you are actually calling for that illness to return in short time, because the medication for the time frame of the medication, it is actually to stretch and make sure that it cures whatever that is the cause of that illness. It will cure it. But when you give underdose, it will actually make you feel good for some time. The illness is going to return because you did not eradicate it because to eradicate it, you must be given a full dose of the medication prescribed by the medical practitioner. So that is one of the torture they are using against our leader, by giving him underdose of his medication that the illness may return in a short time. So now he said they are not giving him, that even if he requests to eat ordinary banana, you know, banana that is everywhere, ordinary banana, they will take, you know, weeks before they will even approve ordinary banana. That now whatever he puts in the mouth comes out back, which is his food is no longer digesting. His food is no longer digesting. So in this regard, when your food you put in your mouth comes back up, you know what that means? That means that your digestive system is having a problem. Your digestive system is you have a digestive system, you know, challenges. Your food is no longer digesting. When you eat it, it comes out. It can be as a result of food poisoning. It can be as a result of medical condition. It can be as a result of many things. But the first easy thing to suggest is the food poisoning. Because throwing up, you know, or diarrhea, or stomach cramp after eating. It could only mean stomach cramp after eating can be two things. Either your food, you took long before you eat food. You were not, provided that meal in the appropriate time when it should be provided. Then when you consume it, it start cramping your stomach because it will now, be difficult to digest. Another thing could be food poisoning, which will start cramping your stomach. As a result, you can actually throw up, depending on your digestive system, depending on your metabolism. So it is actually what we are looking into the report that was given that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been poisoned. It is not ruled out. Because what we are listening to now is able to nullify every claim made by those enemies who does not want him out, or who does not want him to recover, or who wish him ill in that place where he is, so that they will continue to be relevant or appear relevant before their gullible followers. So let us continue to listen to see if there is any way we have called the wrong shot. Listen attentively. Whatever he eats, it comes out from the mouth. That if you put, he talked about, the lawyer was talking about a telescope or stethoscope. That's what the lawyer is actually understood, that device which they can use to actually check your inside. It can be a camera. It is a medical camera which they can push from anywhere, from your throat or from your anus or anywhere, whichever place they can place it, in order to find out the condition of your inside of your body or your system. Now, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, if you could put such a thing inside him, that you will cry to understand the status of his body system. That you will cry if you understand what is going on inside him. So what could that be that is actually eating up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? That is actually, potentially inflaming Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's, body system. Because for him to say, if you can put something inside him that you will cry, which you will see what is going on. It means that he's having internal, bruises. He's having internal inflammations. He's having, it means a lot of things. What could inflame you internally? Why will you cry if you see inside of me? It can be internal injury, bruises, or inflammatory, or ulcer. It can be anything. There are many things which can be caused either by stomach ulcer, either by food poisoning. There are many things that you will consider while judging this report. It means that the lining of his stomach, the lining of his stomach, his throat, everything is inflamed. So, what could be that as a result of food poisoning or medication, wrong medicine, or antibiotic constantly? Let me tell you something you don't know. The reason why the DSS are giving him underdose of his medication, listen attentively so that you will also understand some certain things. So, and because we are versatile with every topic that we want to talk about or you expose us to. Now, let me teach you something you don't know. Do you know consumption of antibiotic? It is dangerous. So many of you might say that let me consume antibiotic. I have multivitamin, I have Ogwo, but I have all this medication that will subsidize the power of it, that will make it not to harm your system when you consume it without prescription. It is very, very dangerous. So if they are giving him underdose of these medications, if there are antibiotics there, if there are other medication that the doctor must have prescribed for to be given to him for the 7 consecutive days or 14 consecutive days, which is 2 weeks, and he said they give him for 8 days. That means they are trying to get his body system confused or get used to this medicine, that it will no longer build an antibody when it is given to him to fight this, or immune system that will fight off this illness or ailment that he is suffering from. That is the reason why they will give him 8 days, so that the medication will be prescribed again. They will give him 8 days, it will be prescribed again, because he is still suffering from the same thing. The medication will end up being a problem. It will become a sickness itself. It will start causing another problem, because if it's antibiotic, you cannot consume it more than 5 or 7 days, or as per prescribed. If it is 7 days, you consume this antibiotic for 7 days and you leave it. If you stretch the consumption, or you give it 8 days, then after 1 week, because you have to give it another 14 days, you give it 8 days, another 1 week, you give it 8 days. It means that you are making this medication to be administered irregularly, and it will actually result to where in a situation whereby the patient, the body system will be used to such medication to no longer work for them. So that is the problem, and that is the psychology of what they are trying to do. Let us continue.
onye ndu na-agwa gị n'otu a.
The situation is very dire. he asked him, does Biafra want him to die there? That's what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu asked him after, lamenting about his current situation. Do you want him to die there? Is it what you wish for him? The reason why it is very, very important that we talk about this, for him to make that statement, number one thing before I actually go to where I want to talk about it, the family members like the one in Germany and the in-law who say that it is better that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS hand, and the man who came to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was not ill, that the barrister was pushed by the members of the DOS to report what he reported, which the leadership came to say that after the investigating and the making inquiries about the report given to them from the DSS dungeon on the condition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they came to a conclusion that there is a poison in his system, which is making his stomach lining and his body system to be inflamed. Now, secondly, do you want him to die there? Do you know why he is asking this question? The reason why he is asking this question is that so many of you does not understand that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has paid a lot of price for the sake of this struggle. We are recognized all over the world because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Every secret that was done against Biafra has been exposed because of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The war crime committed on Biafrans 50 years ago has been exposed by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The whole world, the crime of Britain through BBC while they were covering it and concealing it has been exposed through our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. All these things are the awareness of the restoration of Biafra, which has been the most important path that wherever we go, in the global court, in the ICC, we are going to stand a chance to challenge every fraternity, every nation that want to rise up to challenge the activities of IPOB and Biafra restoration. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did it all. So many of you might say that, you will continue with the message, leaving the messenger behind, when the messenger was the one who introduced the message. And the message was not given to you fully, and you claim that the message, you have it. And you will not actually do everything in order to preach for the release of this man in a way that it is possible. Because if you look at whom you are dealing with, you are dealing with a nation who does not care about what you think, who does not care about your threat, because they know at the end of the day, the threat that you are going to give them, it is going to land on the body and the, it will be your people who are going to suffer the consequences. That's why they don't care. Now you try things in one way, try it in another way, the same way, in so many occasions, it gives you the same result. Why don't you try to change the strategy? No, you don't want to change the strategy. Do you know the reason why so many of you are clamoring, let the messenger, because most of you, the preaching that you are doing is that, let's go ahead, leaving the messenger behind. Because he told you that boycotting of election 2023 will give you Biafra. And he said it as a free man. Today he's in captivity. And when a man will always do something or wish or plan something, God will have the final say of whatever a man plans. So today you are leaving the messenger who's supposed to actually guide the message to the recipient You want to leave him behind in order to pursue whatever he is preaching, which you have not gotten the full message. And now you don't care about what he thinks, you don't care about what he says, because you want to be relevant. Now my message goes this way, that you have heard that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is asking Biafra, do you want me to die here? Do you people want me to die here? The message goes to those who are claiming that they will not take orders from him. The message goes to those who are clamoring for obedience, forgetting the man who even made this obedient, movement to come to reality. Because if it was not the agitation that was started by this man, Igbo people will not realize they are being marginalized. You people left him behind. You people ignore him to die in the hands of the DSS, because I believe and I know truly well, if all of you who use your platform to come, shout Obi today, if you had used that platform to scream for release of Ohamadike, because the only thing that the enemy will want to do is to make sure that you will go cold. They will, stretch the time. That's why there was a saying that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that I will never forget. Each time I remember it, he said that it is the time you go to your brain to endure and persevere. The perseverance there is you, because they will prolong the time so that you will actually grow fatigue in everything you are doing. They will prolong it, they will stretch you, they will make you to not have any other option. That is the reason why you must go to the brain to endure and persevere. You left Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are shouting Obi. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is asking you today, all of you, do you want him to die there? Had it been that you converted this Obi's rally that you've been going and converted to a rally for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I believe that it must have given a very positive, result, because you abandoned this man who actually introduced initiative that made this obedient to realize that, give him a silver lining and a stepping stone to be bold enough to come and contest Igbo presidency. It is as a result of the agitation led by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. It is as a result of it that Obi is actually standing to, that some of the Igbo politicians are standing to look for the fair share of the cake, even what they have not done in the last 63 years. They haven't done it. The same man who actually brought that, energy, you forgot about him. You are clamoring obedient. That is how our people are. Selfishness. You don't always remember your humble beginning. The challenges we have as black people, we don't ever remember our humble beginning, because it is through your humble beginning that you will find your, greater future. All of you have forgotten him because you are shouting obedient. Do you want him to die there? It is a message. How are you going to react to it? How do you react to the message? Do you want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to die there? That is what he used his mouth to say. When I heard it, I felt like crying. But if I finish crying, what is he gonna give me? There is nothing. The only thing I have to do is to come and deliver this message the way I have actually extracted it. That is what they said that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said. Do you want him to die there? Somebody said that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can say, "Do you want me to die here?" It's a Barr Nnaemeka Ejiofor added such that cannot come from Obele, Chukwu, N'Igbo land or Hamadike, number 1 in Biafra land. Okay, let's assume that it is from the barrister who said such. Now, let us also configure, what is going on. What could be the reason why, if it come from the barrister, what would be the reason why the barrister is saying it? Is there any special group that the barrister is affiliated with? Please, Ekueme, you are the one who made that comment. Please answer me this. Is there any group that this barrister is affiliated with? Or is the barrister somebody that is, speaking out of his own will? Because whether it is coming from barrister or it is not coming from barrister, we cannot take it lightly. We cannot take it lightly. Those that are shouting obedient today are those who supposed to know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the reason why that obedient is standing. And it is not the message. Obedient is not the message. But the message is the reason why obedient is standing. Do you know how and why? Our people has been so scared of Fulanis. Our people has been so scared of, challenging their boogeyman in Nigeria. And as a result of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu coming out to challenge every boogeyman and preach to Biafrans that the only way to actually, defeat your enemy is to start facing the realities of life. Start challenging the enemy. That is the only way you can actually try to defeat them. When we challenge the enemy, we expose the enemy. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu actually introduced an initiative that made average Biafrans to know their right, to know what they can stand to achieve. Through that, the politicians took advantage of that to say, let us go for Igbo presidency. We stand in this agitation. We use it as an excuse to cover up every mess that we have messed, in front of Fulani or to the Fulanis in order to obtain power for ourselves. And if they actually started using their agitation as a stepping ladder to say to Nigeria, if you do not give us Igbo presidency, it means that our stay in Nigeria is not needed. Is that not the agitation? Is that not rooted in the agitation? They use the agitation to actually gain their own things. Because I know none of them has the political will to do so. So, I am still waiting for Ekueme. He said that Mazen Nnamdi MKN is not afraid of death. I don't believe he said it either. Okay, Karagold said MNK is not afraid of death. I don't believe he said so either. So now, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not say so, what could be the reason why the barrister actually brought it up? That's why I ask another question again. Does that mean that the barrister is affiliated to any group and he wants to use this opportunity to promote them? Because I don't know the activities of this barrister. The only thing I am actually analyzing are the information that he gave out. But if you can tell me that this barrister is affiliated to something or any group or any organization that, is contrary to the command and control of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I will actually expatiate further on this topic. Is Nnaemeka Ejiofor, is he compromised in any means possible, or is he captured in this shenanigan that is going on, because I want to understand the reason why he went in the company of Emmanuel Kanu, and as well in the company of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's father-in-law. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said to him that it is only you that will give him the rest of the information. I am confiding in you. Do you want me to die here? Does Biafra want me to die here? So in this regard, I want to know. So let me read the comment to see it, to get that information, because I don't know about this Ejiofor or Nnaemeka Ejiofor. I don't know about him. Let me try to maybe, because I know in that comment section we have a lot of information coming to that place. So let me read from, let me check the comment in Facebook. So MKN, okay, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have passed the message to hardcore and not a fulefu in IPOB. Go ahead, Mazi Judge Money. Barrister Nnaemeka Ejiofor, Obi Kubana said so. Go ahead, Judge Money. The first message I read now is Obi Kubana. Nkechi said Barrister Nnaemeka Ejiofor should come out and tell us why he pulled down the post first place. Okay, so that means Nnaemeka Ejiofor sent the message and he later came down to pull it down. So that is dodgy. That is dodgy. The same barrister pulled his post down, MNK being poisoned after Kanu called him. They are now parading his letterhead as MNK message. Or his letterhead as MNK message. He is compromised, walking, or scared of Cain. That's share more light to it. Karagold. The same barrister pulled his post of MNK being poisoned after Cain called him. They are now parading his letterhead as MNK message. He is compromised, walking, or scared of Cain. I like those, two uncertain, submission that you made there. Karago, thank you for that message. Since it's from DOS, that is true. The bar is no lying. Obi Kubana say it is from DOS. It is not from the DOS. This same message, this thing I am actually telling you is not from the DOS. It is from somebody who called him and was recording him. This, I don't know whether it is from the DOS really, because I saw this message from one of these, subgroups. It talks about, I listened to the content of the voice note and I grabbed some of this information. So, I don't know who actually made this voice recording. I don't know whoever it is, I don't care. The only thing I want to extract is the message and, what is the purpose if the message is not deemed to be true? What is the purpose of that message coming in that manner? Just like I told you from the beginning, when the Nnaemeka Ejiofor mentioned that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made a statement saying that I like, he likes seeing him last because he will be the one he will get his confirmation from. If you listen to that, I told you that it sounds to me like, conflict of interest. It sounded to me like conflict of interest. And now, so many messages coming from that comment section is actually making me to think more that is a conflict of interest. So, it's not from the DOS, it's from non-IPOB from Venezuela. Okay. It was tweeted by MCN. Okay. Let us go back to the message. I have read some messages from Obi Kubana, Ekueme, Karagold, Those are formidable. Nkechi, and those are formidable IPOB media warrior in the comment section. Those guys are formidable. And I like all your input and what if analysis that you people are doing in that comment section. Thank you very much. It helps this program to have a lot of shape. So, in this regard and in my conclusion, let me actually play the video and finish it, the voice note and finish it. Then we will now bring a conclusion as per what people are actually not agreeing with here.
Hold on, because I know we are for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, my leader, my own leader. Selegi Nani Tolkomwani me DSS. That means if you want a result to go, if you want a result to go, na Biafra to go one me. Is that, am I right? I don't want to read. I don't want to read. I'm just telling you how we want it. I don't want to read. No. I'll read the meaning. But all that is like people now want to tell you. No. Can you understanding? Because I am member of 100 men. The 100 men, grand men. No to Bruce. I am part of it. Abraham man. I don't marry fair politics. So, Obona, if you can you at least come on where what I get go
no to Bruce Fair.
If na mas so Obona onye ndu selogi na to say come one that means only the help of Biafrans. Automatically yes. Okay, carry on. Come on, you. I want to quote his words.
Ndebai. He said, Ndebai achozi konwe eba. Ndebai ne follow obedient. I believe that message, even if, he is not quoting him verbatim. Because we are still going back to it. Even if he is not quoting him verbatim, I believe there is such statement which made this guy to speak the way he is speaking. Because our people who are shouting obedient today, they are too much. People you don't even expect them to shout obedient today, they are shouting obedient. That is my own understanding in this analysis, because those people, they no longer remember that there is somebody who is paying, the price that made obedience to come up. So they have forgotten, because they forget so soon. They forget so soon. You are going on obedient rally. Instead of going for the rally or protesting for the release of Ahamadike, you are going for obedient rally. That is where I am going to contextualize this. Now let us continue. We will bring more, light to it.
Okay. Personally, I got to give for me. Okay. So, and this is what he said it repeatedly, because I spent with him about 30 to 40 minutes. So he said this thing repeatedly almost up to 5 times. Okay. So at the end of the day, when he said that we are doing our best. We are doing our best as lawyers. We have filed papers in court. We have done all that we can do legally in court. So as lawyers, one of more than you the only thing we can do is to look for people who can or say yes, I Okay, in which Mundi or the possible?
Just one of them can make it Femi Falana. Femi Falana also reach out to Femi Falana.
Okay, Femi Falana, okay. But the
other person I may not be able to tell you his name because I've not even reached the man.
Okay, go ahead.
So now, it is all adding up, it is all making sense. Let me be honest with you. Regardless of how brave you might be, let me make this clear to you. Has any one of you been in Nigeria dungeon? Has any one of you been in Nigeria dungeon? Ekwueme say, please contact Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor if you don't believe me. Let me see what Ekwueme said. Okay. Please contact Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor if you don't believe me. I am in a program right now. I can contact him maybe later off air, because we don't actually. Okay, let me take a call. I have somebody calling. Let me take a call, please. The caller, you are going to use 2 minutes because this is a stretching this same program. We have a lot of topic to make. Please stretch the call. When I open the line, you call again.
Yes, Judge Money, can you hear me?
Yes.
Please, please, my brother, for the people that is listening here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a beggar. He's a lion who fought Nigeria stand still. He knows what he's fighting for. Disregard that Nnaemeka Ejiofor. If you want to know the truth about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, call Barrister Ejiofor, who is representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Ozokome. You know the truth. Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sick? Yes, we know he's sick. Is DSS trying to take his life? Yes, Biafrans know that. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never opened his mouth and told that they want him to die there. That is a lie from the pit of hell. If there is something you make here, except that man is compromised. Is he compromised? Yes, they are all compromised. Apart from these two lawyers, I'm telling you. There is the reason why he's saying that thing. He's dishing it out for autopilot people. Mazi, let me tell you our people something. Our people should read the handwriting on the wall. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never beg the DSS. He knows how he passes his message. These people, my happiness is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will judge them when he comes out.
It is on record.
And nobody should use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for detention to be, enriching himself. Nobody should do all those rubbish. If you want to know the truth, go and meet Ejiofor. Ejiofor will tell you exactly what is happening. Forget about these things. These people are coming out to social media and shouting. Okay, somebody is recording him. He didn't know that somebody is recording. He come out on social media and be talking all these things. We know exactly where he's directing this is rubbish into. You know why Mazi, I am very, very angry about our people. Believe you me. I am very, very angry. All you need to do is, if you want to know the truth, contact our lawyer. Then they will tell you, he will tell you exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Read the handwriting, read when that guy, can you even see where he was, what he was saying?
That message that says you are the person I will confirm my information from. It is a conflict of interest. It is a conflict of interest. And now, from the information that we are receiving from the comment section and from you, it shows that this guy, Nnaemeka Ejiofor, is affiliated with, those enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu somehow. This is trying to give them a lifeline to...
Mazi,
yes.
Mazi, are you aware that Onyendu, Onyendu in-law.
Mm.
The father of the wife visit Onyendu as well. Are you aware?
I am aware.
Now, do you think that the wife that visited him and the father that visited the father of Onyendu's wife that visited Onyendu, so don't you think that he communicate with his her
Wife.
daughter?
Of course.
I think he communicate with her daughter. Okay, that need to tell you all you need to know. You see, anything that come out from Ifeanyi Ejiofor's mouth and the Zokome, take it from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But anything you see come out from these other ones, is Kanu Takanu is speaking.
Okay.
You see, my happiness is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will judge these people. That is why I pray tomorrow and today for Mazi to come out and judge these criminals that put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where they are. Kanu Takanu, Eji Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Eji, we are communicating with these people, speaking with them, directing them what to do. You never tell IPOB, you never tell DOS because of your hatred and your selfish interest. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered pain from the hands of the Kenya's authority for 8 days. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mama, all the whole. Even the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a well-known man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more bigger than any president of the world. You allow this man to be they treat him like a nobody in Kenya. Treat him. Destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Koya Nala. May every type of Okacha. Kanu was aware. Kanu belittle Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chai Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mama. They belittle this man. Treat him. Kanu Takanu was speaking with these people. In a hand, communicate. Raise the alarm so that every IPOB all over the whole world will storm Kenya. Kanu Takanu take pride. Kanu Takanu rapport with these governors in Igbo land. Kanu Takanu. With what type of a hatred are you going to hate for DOS not to? If you are hating DOS, why not allow us to rescue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? Kanu Takanu, why not to allow us rescue Onyendu? Onyendu is for all in the Igbo. It pains me every day. Only with my spirit, probably about me here. You hate, Kitremadi, hate Royetan, hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 80 days. Why not raise alarm? I am with them there. In my spirit, people know.
Let's leave it there for now. You can call in later. I think you have delivered this message, and it is very crucial.
And if you want to know the truth as well, you can look for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wife, the father. They will tell you the truth.
No, I will contact the right channel where I get my information. Once I contact those, and then I will be able to know what's going on. For who? All right. So the most important thing is that we are watching all of them. So I am happy that all these things are coming up, because I don't even know who is in Nnaemeka Ejiofor until I just come across this piece. I think is he trying to replace Ejima in his work? But let's continue. Maybe those groups that they are attracting or affiliated with is putting some change into their pocket in order to bring up a topic that they will champion. So, but that's by the way. We are Biafrans, IPOB, we are formidable. So thank you very much, all of you that actually come in to challenge this, that our leader cannot say such thing, because he knows what he's up against, he knows what he's doing. But the most challenging part is that our leader's health condition is deteriorating. In that regard, our people need to stand up to actually give their support. Call for the release of Ohamadike. Our people need to stand up for that. It is very, very important. It is no longer, it is no longer our leader. It will not be only our leader that will be suffering this punishment. And some of you are collecting some few new Naira notes from these politicians and you are campaigning, such as those who call themselves agent provocateurs, autopilot you do. Today they are campaigning for an old man who you know that he will use your taxpayers' money, he will use your GDP to go to hospital in Britain. Because the money that our Nigeria leaders are giving to Britain in the name of hospital checkups, it will be able to build all hospital in the whole of Nigeria and will still have change. The money they have actually used to promote their, their healthcare system, it will be able to build hospital in every, state in Nigeria. A very, very 5-star hospital. But today, somebody who claimed they are affiliated to with IPOB or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's preaching or Biafra restoration, and they came after fighting IPOB. Today they are preaching, after preaching Idu, today they are preaching Tinubu. For you to know, these are a bunch of crap. And I've told you before, from last, from 2021, I told you there are many people who made themselves available in this media space so that they will attract these politicians to use them. And that is the same thing that is actually happening today. They made themselves available to attract these politicians to use them. And that is why you find the Pomo boy preaching Tinubu. Tinubu, who actually does not remember himself. The same Tinubu he was watching in Chatham House. They asked him a question. He said this question goes to this person, goes to that person, goes to that person. Because he does not know what to answer. And it was seen as a joke by his followers. Because they don't want to understand a message. They don't want to understand what is impoverishing them, what is enslaving them. They don't want to understand these things. Because these are a bunch of cowards. And some people are telling you about ATIKUS. ATIKUS has been there with Obasanjo. What did they give to Nigeria? Nothing. You are telling me about Obedient. Obedient has been in Nigeria, has been Anambra State governor. What has he given to Anambra State? Which I will not judge him based on the federal level, but I'm judging him based on the state level. Because those other people, even Tinubu, what has he given to Nigeria? What made Tinubu so rich that is a bullion van? When he demand money, he used bullion van to catch them all. All of them. Because we are not here to promote or any politicians. And we, according to my own knowledge, let the dead bury the dead. But our own primary obligation right now is to make sure that our leader is released from the DSS dungeon. And until then, let me finalize this voice clip, then we'll go to another thing because we are actually running out of time. We have utilized 1 hour into this program. We are going to bring it up. Let me continue playing that. I will leave it to finish.
Okay, in which or the possible? Okay, Femi Falana, okay. But the other person, I may not be able to tell you his name because I've not even reached the man. Okay, go ahead. But I've established contact with him. Okay. Femi Falana, I've reached out to him already. Okay, for Sagi, can you respond here to you?
I came out and this man called me. Man who called me. And I repeated to him. Hold on. Catching us online. You know, so with all those things, I think pressure and tension and he went, man who was crying. Now, you know, what I said to you, I have to go which things are also supported by the brain, how we rush. I reach out to both politicians and religious leaders. So that these politicians can reach out to people in government. Okay. You know what I go? Okay. So, also I can have to conclude. Okay. Then I now wrote on my page, he is dying slowly and we are silent. Okay? Okay. Yeah, so when I wrote, thank you very much. Barrister. So it's better let everybody have it in the back of their mind that all right now.
Okay. He will go and tell Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that he did wrong. If he said to him that he did wrong, he will come and say it to the Biafrans. But if he say he didn't do wrong, he will come and say it to Biafrans. That is a double coin. Now, a coin with double, sides. This is, in my own submission towards this matter, I will say to you that there is exaggeration here. Somebody is exaggerating. Somebody is actually, over-exaggerating or pushing a narrative, because if he says he will go to, that means that will tell you that there are things that he said of his own word, of his own. There are things that he said of his own that is not from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now let us go to the report, the last report before today, because there will be another report we're expecting from Barrister Ejiofor. From the visit of Onyendu Hamadike one of Biafra land. Let us read that report that Barrister Ejiofor gave on Friday. Then we are going to now see what we want to see. Like I said to you, I cannot make such call while I'm online. I must, if I want to confirm whatever I want to confirm, I have to confirm it offline. So, update on today's visit to our indefatigable leader, indefatigable client, this leader, I think before I read. Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu at the headquarters of the Department of State Service, DSS, Abuja, where he is still being illegally and unconstitutionally detained in solitary confinement. We visited our indefatigable client, Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, today being the second day of the February 2023 at the DSS detention facility Abuja, where he is still being held unconstitutionally. Okay, today's visit was basically to brief Onyendu on the status of opening. Hold on, let me scroll. On the status of opening action in court and to inform him of our fruitful outing in court yesterday. Onyendu commended our legal team, ably led by foremost senior advocate of Nigeria, Professor Mike Ozokome-san, Kon, and OFR. Feedback on Onyendu's present health status is still not encouraging. Feedback on Onyendu's present health status is still not encouraging, as there is no evidence of visible improvement so far recorded, hence the effort of the legal team to ensure that Onyendu is speedily allowed access to his medical doctors for a thorough, independent medical examination is intensified. We continue to read. Consistent with his usual style, Onyendu thanked you all, millions of his resolute followers and ardent supporters, for your prayer and solidarity so far, while soliciting for your fervent prayer, which is impacting positively. Thank you all. Ezigbo Umu Chineke, and remain blessed. We move. Now, in this report coming out from the lead counsel, Mike Ozokome, because this report is a report coming out from Mike Ozokome, written by Barrister Nnaemeka Ejiofor. Now, let us go and now bring more light to the previous voice we have heard from Nnaemeka Ejiofor, who want to, of course, be in the limelight. Like I said, there is a conflict of interest from the intro of what he said from the beginning of that voice note that I just played. There is a conflict of interest, and there is other things that are, I will say that somebody is complicit somehow, or somebody is captured in shenanigan that is actually going on in this voice note that we played, because it is said here that our leader, extended his gratitude to those who are praying for him, and he commend them. They should continue with the prayers and the support. So there is no atom of such a report in that, information that we read here. So information that we read here is actually going to be contradicting some of the statements made by Nnaemeka Ejiofor, because he is not the lead counsel. I don't know, he's not the mouthpiece of Biafrans. He is not a messenger. He is not the one our leader gives information to give to Biafrans. We know the channel, and the channel is what I just read. So the reason why I actually brought this and made that one available is to use it as a conclusive, to conclude whatever you have heard from Nnaemeka, in order to judge what he said. And number one thing he said there that I agree, which is, I found it in the article that I just read from the lead counsel. It says that our leader's medical condition has not improved, rather deteriorated. So when this guy said that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's, internal, his system is not okay, and his medication has been given underdosed, and he is not feeling good internally, which is as a result that it could be a food poisoning. And another thing that you will see in this video, or in this thing that this guy reported, maybe trying to compromise situation, maybe trying to bring the DOS to a crossroad. I don't know, but I am seeing those activities in such voice note that we listen to, because number one, the person that was recording him is not a recognized IPOB member, and in that regard, it means somehow this person posted this. I saw this from one of these groups that are doing their own thing in this online thing. So I saw it in those groups, and I saw comments there, and they are promoting the reason why he made some comments. I will not say that everything he said there is not true. Some of the things he said there are truth, which is what I am here to extract those truths from what he said here. Because if you understand how to manipulate a black man, present truth, mix it, garnish it with your own, whatever you have in mind in order to sell a narrative. It is information, truth mixed with a lot of lies, to sell it to our people, to confuse them the more, and promote some activities of the enemies. That is exactly what I have discovered here. The fact that our leaders' medication has been underdosed, and the fact that our leaders' body system is weakened. That is the only two things that I grabbed from this information that you just heard. The rest of them, it is as a result of him being complicit and being personal. There is a conflict of interest. There is a conflict of interest, and that is what made this man a captured person in this shenanigan that is happening today. So we are going to leave it here. If you think that you have any other thing to talk about it, you will actually give me a call. But the call, I don't want actually a lot of calls because I'm still having some things to do. So now let us go to, because I don't even need to call anybody to confirm this. Okay, I am getting a call. Let me confirm this information. I am getting a call where I can confirm this information. Hello? Okay. Yes, I'm on program. Yes, yes, I called you because there is a confusion here. So there was a report we got from Barr Nnaemeka Ejiofor. And I am not putting you are speaking in my ears. I am not putting you online. So this report, he said that our leader's health is deteriorated, and he said that he was in company of Emmanuel Kanu. He was in company of our leader's father-in-law, that our leader preferably told him that he confirmed, he wanted him to visit him every time to confirm every report being given to him. So what do you think? And he went ahead and said that our leaders say, does Biafrans want me to die here? What do you think about that report? Well, okay, then, all right. He said that he was. I know that you also. Okay, you can also call Madubugu as well. But the thing that, will you be able to make those inquiries and call me back? All right. Thank you very much. All right. So it is not Barrister Ejiofor who called me, so don't think it is him. But it is somebody who is neutral. I will get this information that we are looking for right now. We are going to get it. The reason why I will not call Barrister Ejiofor, I don't want it to look like a conflict of interest. So that is the reason why, because so many of you might think it's a conflict of interest. We are going to get to the bottom of it. That is exactly because I called him, his phone was off, so he called me back now. So now we will get the information before the end of this program. So let us proceed. While we are waiting for that information, we are going We are going to now go into the Ugochinyere's ordeal. Okay, this one we are going to come to it later. We are going to go into Ugochinyere's ordeal. Where is it? We are going to go to the ordeal of Ugochinyere, which is one of these. Is it here? Yeah, you can see the interview, because there was a claim I made a few days ago. I want to see if I will find some of those claims. I want to see if I am going to actually find out something in that claim from the interview of Ugochinyere, so that we will know who are those wielding the smoking gun, and we will know who are those that are actually captured in this political fight. Let us go there. I believe I'm going to play this his ordeal. I'm going to play it through the phone as well, because I prefer playing it through the phone so that we will get good information about that. Share the video, continue to share the video, and invite others to join. Very, very important as we are proceeding, because what we are doing, it is a very, very important message. Let me go to that video. It was supposed to be in front of my screen, but since it is not there, we must proceed. Listen up. This is what we are looking for here. This is what we are looking for. Ugochinyere's ordeal. That is what we are talking about. Let me bring it below. Okay. Now, let us go there.
2023 election for a seat in the House of Representatives, an attack that left 3 people dead, including his uncle, and the burnt and twisted wreckage of cars and buildings in its wake. That incident, among others, marked what has become apparent, which is a brutal and underreported war that's been raging for some time between opposing sides in Imo State, with political thuggery being deployed as a deadly new tactic as the elections draw near.
On January 14th, we came under heavy terrorist attack, led and coordinated by militias who, from all evidence, were state-sponsored and state-backed, with the sole aim of killing me to permanently silence me from making any other exposure on the rigging plans against the 2023 general election. We were shot at. We were bombed with high-grade explosives. Houses were leveled with bombs. Those still standing were shaken to their foundations, and vehicle numbering over 32 were all set ablaze with this explosive. Several motorcycles belonging to us and hardworking villagers were burnt, among other property valued in billions that was lost in the attack. The attack in broad daylight, firing from all angles and leaving over 500 plate holes on the houses in my country home. Innocent people were killed for no reason. Nigerians, however, saw a governor who rushed to the media to try to impede investigation, if any, by dishing out untenable and indefensible narrative to water down the massacre of our people. When Uzodinma spoke, he made reference to documents in his possession. The question would then be, did the governor have a brief of what happened to me even before it happened? What can Uzodinma tell the world that he did with the so-called security report of my so-called meetings with people who wanted to stop election in Southeast? Or did he not do anything because he knew the so-called people would come and attack me? So when exactly did the governor receive his security report, as there's yet no investigation on the terrorist attack on my house?
Well, obviously, we will give the governor and his people the right of reply if they want to reply to anything in this program this evening. Mr. Ikenga Ugochinyere has only just come out of mourning for those who were killed in that attack and is speaking tonight exclusively to Arise Prime Time, and he joins me now in the studio. Thank you very much indeed for coming in, and let me pass my heartfelt condolences to you for what happened. Traumatic experience, no question about that. And I had spoken to you at around the time of the incident, and I spoke to you again today. So please accept our condolences. And I have to say that the attack on you stunned many Nigerians. Remind us of what happened on that fateful day.
Thank you so much for having me, Charles, and thank Arise for also beaming such light even as the attack was going on. I appreciate so much. It's something that I don't even know how to explain, but I said yesterday when the family said I cannot come out, that I will find a way to tell my own side of the story. But I cannot say without first thanking God Almighty for keeping me alive today. It was very horrible, it was very painful, it was very devastating. And that was around 2 p.m. So I was in the office attending to our party members and campaign people. A text came in, but I didn't look at it because I was in a meeting. So later on, I opened my phone and somebody sent me a text message that gunmen were asking for the direction.
That gunmen were asking for the direction to his house. I want you to note that part. Note that part. That gunman. 1 minute. That gunmen were asking for the direction to his home. So that means what you need to actually pick up here is that those gunmen asking for the direction to his home, they are not local gunmen. They are not gunmen from within that area. They are not the gunmen that knows whom they are particularly coming for. It is actually invited gunmen. Just continue to jot it down as I am making those references, because I am not going to last long in this exposition because our time is actually very, very, little remaining. So we are not going to stretch it further, but let us do what we can. Let's do what we can in order to bring it. Just one moment. 830 775. So,
direction to my home. So I started seeing series of calls from our people from all the way from Obioya down to Akwakwa that they saw these people approaching. So I have to now run outside to tell the security men that it looks like there's going to be attack here. That was around 1, 2, about p.m. that they should get ready. So as I was still talking, because I was grading the road, I was trying to tar the road, so there's dust. So vehicle was approaching in high speed, convoy of vehicle. So I told the security man that was by my side, stop the vehicle. So he raised his hand and said, stop, and then fired a warning shot. Before I could even understand what is going on, they have jumped down from the car from that distance and opened fire directly at my direction. And then he hit the gates. It was like flying, boom. So we pulled back inside one of the compound. From that particular point, they started throwing the bomb. Everything that was on the way was bomb. Rode straight into the main central compound, into one of the Obidia. They kept on throwing the explosive until that one caved in. Then they started throwing it under the vehicle. Some of the cars that were open, they were throwing it inside. So the explosive was what caused, the damage, the big damage you are seeing. And then they kept on firing at anything.
Please, someone said there is no volume. Is it true? Wow. Someone said, is it true we don't have volume?
Directly at my direction. And then he hit
No, we have volume. Who says we don't have volume? No, we have volume. So please check your own device. We have volume. We have volume. Okay, there is volume. Okay, thank you very much.
The damage, the big damage you are seeing. And then they kept on firing.
Prince Babi,
anything
thank you very much.
There was one innocent man, Chief Ejiofor, who came from Lagos, one of our supporters and a very good friend of the family, to come and see me. He was just arriving. So they said the people that was around, who was hiding in one of the rooms there, had them saying, look at the father, gun him down. Because he was wearing a red cap. So they thought he was my father.
So there was invited, killers. These killers were invited. They were not from Imo State. So these killers does not even know those that are in their list to be killed. They have somebody who is a pointer, a person who identify those they kill. So they have somebody who is called the identifier. Let us continue. We will take it one step at a time because I want to finish the distance.
Because he was wearing a red cap, so they thought he was my father. They chased him inside one of the UB and shot him dead at that particular point. Already they have dragged my lovely uncle, Uncle Dan, who they were forcing to show them, the people that saw them at the marketplace where they picked him, the direction to my place, because they had the vehicle that has my stuff on it. So when they brought him, they shot him near the gate. They put the gun near the neck and then shattered it. And then there's another guy they killed at the before the entrance, one of our supporters. But what is paining us most is that you can remember, you must have got my SOS message, which I sent to the whole media, security agencies. Everybody in Nigeria got that message. So throughout when this thing started happening, we had expected that the army people that is not up to 30 minutes away and the police command would have sent help. People were calling them. People called them from different parts of this country.
The military that is not 20 minutes away from the incidents, if I heard it correctly, were called by many people. They refused to come. This same military, I believe that this is Imo State. Am I lying? This is Imo State, where the military are all over the place, terrorizing communities in the name that they are looking for IPOB. But when the real attack happened, they were called up and down. They did not respond. That is another indictment to the military carnage in our land. To those military and the perpetrators of this military carnage in our land, their fellow terrorists visited. So the military was there. They did not respond. Military refused to respond. So jot it down. When we are concluding this, let us continue to listen.
Called them from different parts of this country. There is a particular DIJ, I will not mention his name. He believes that the right thing should be done. He called even some of them. There's a lot of them that kept on calling them supporters, party members. But no help was coming. It was like, don't come until Ikenga is killed. So they kept on operating. Maybe they didn't expect that they were going to mix me, and then possibly it was supposed to be a surprise attack. And maybe they didn't know we had some also policemen that was also around who were firing warning shot. And my place is like a close. So they were so worried about exit. So the destruction was massive. Everything in that compound was brought down. The whole windows, everything. My father nearly got killed because he was on the floor. I didn't know how they missed him, and they were firing in between the wall where he was. So it was so painful, and help did not come. By the time the area command came, they have already left. At least I appreciate the area commander and the DPO for even coming. But all the way from the state down to Olu, where they have even their unofficial security arrangement and whatever they said they have put in place, they refused to come. And also people that helped me to reach some of the top brass in the security, they were told that they were told to stand down. And up till now, I don't even know who told them to stand down. They didn't come, no hope. Until
they were told to stand down. Orders from above. The ones that's supposed to help were told to stand down. The way they told them to stand down in Kuje prison when the terrorists were breaking free. because the information has it that in Kuje prison, security operatives were withdrawn from their position before the attack happened, 2 hours before the attack. So let us continue. We are actually going to touch on everything while we are analyzing those who came for this journey. From this, we might be telling you exactly where they come from.
And up till now, I don't even know who told them to stand down. They didn't come, no hope. Until the next day, the Deputy Commissioner of Police from, and I appreciate him, who came to assess what happened. He promised an investigation. We gave him some of the bullets that we were able to pick and some of the explosives. They went back. We are not also heard from them. Then the next thing was to hear most of them are talking about that there was a plan for election not to hold. And Charles, you have been here, I've been campaigning for almost 2 years.
Uzodimma said there was a plan for election not to hold. Uzodimma Hope said there was a plan for election not to hold, which is the reason why, because it is, he could be the header of these, what do you call this criminal? Executioners. The header of these executioners. Uzodimma, there was a plan for election not to hold. So, let us continue. And what election? Let us find out what election. Let's continue.
For election not to hold. And Charles, you have been here, I've been campaigning for almost 2 years.
In other words, that there was a plan by you.
Yes, that the election should not hold. So funny and ridiculous. And coming from a chief executive officer who swore to an oath to protect lives and property, I have serious problem with the way he emerged, because to me, I'm most simply Nimo, we never voted for him. But that is a discussion for another day. I had expected him that even in that controversial legitimacy issue, that he can do the right thing, which is have respect for human life. Then what did he do? The next thing, he had a prepared speech, which you saw on TV, as if he felt maybe I was going to die. He's going to tell Imo people that it was ESN and IPOP that killed me. And in the midst of that counter-argument and argument, people will forget about it. But unfortunately for him, I didn't die. And then he opened the mouth to say that he had security report, that I had meetings with some groups that the election will not hold. And I went ahead to campaign, and then they decided to kill him. So one thing is fact here. So of them I knew that there was a plan to kill him. So what is your duty as chief security officer? And then you said I deserve dates. So that was so... I don't know the right word to use in describing that particular comment.
Let's take this systematically.
Yes.
First of all, what is
the governor of the state, which is the chief security officer of the state, say he deserved it. He deserved it. The chief security officer of the state, who is supposed to sworn an oath of office to protect the life and the property of people who he is going to be presiding over, said that he deserved it, which is now the chief security officer is compromised, and he is indicted in this terror attack on this man, because of course this man has been vocal and speaking for the sake of Ohamadike. Let us continue to hear
particular comment.
Let's take this systematically.
Yes.
First of all, what is the state of play with a police investigation into this incident? Because the presumption has to be that the police, which is a federal police as opposed to a state police, has a responsibility to investigate any crime, particularly one that is a threat to life and where life has been taken.
And I will say this clearly, like I told you before, that the Deputy Commissioner of Police came the next day, and then they collected some of the explosive and bullets and so on and so forth, took pictures, and then left.
And you haven't heard from them since?
I have not heard from them. Right. That is of the January 14 attack.
Right.
But then for the December 23rd attack, where we were ambushed, we wrote petition to the Inspector General of Police and the National Security.
Don't forget that he said that they wanted to, they were going to say it was IPOB who attacked Ugochynyere's house. Then they will now bring more military. If not for the way this man has been vocal, they were going to attack this man, kill innocent people. The next day they will bring military to continue the killing in the name that it is IPOB who ordered the execution of this man. That is exactly what you are seeing here. Pay attention. He said that they wanted to say that it is IPOB. Now we are not going to leave any of it unturned. So let us continue. Let's continue.
Attack. Right. But then for the December 23rd attack where we were ambushed, we wrote petition to the Inspector General of Police and the National Security Advisor, and then we submitted audio record made by the SA to the governor, one CHINYERE, notorious for carrying out physical attacks against opponents of the government. And this evidence was given, which I also sent to you and every other person. And then the police did not investigate it. Then he attacked as he wanted, with who they meant the same language, the same kind of people that ambushed us on December, were the same kind of people that brought the terrorist attack to our homes. And if the police have at least carried that first investigation and arrested CHINYERE to make inquiries and do investigation, maybe we will not have gotten
the
to
same
this
language
bloody one that happened to us. So I have serious concern about why the police first did not investigate the threat to kill me, did not also investigate the threat that was also carried out and I was ambushed, and also did not also come up to tell us what is the status of the investigation of the bloody terrorist attack that have been carried. So it makes me to feel like, is it that they have decided that let me be killed at all costs, that they cannot do their job, and that would be very, very painful and undermining of these institutions.
Yeah, that would be a travesty of justice, which under any circumstance.
He recognized that the same language they used the previous time they attacked him, the same language, that is to say, they were not using the language that he is familiar with. That there is a language that is not the language that is in Imo State. That is not the language that is in Imo State. Let us continue. Pay very good attention because we are coming to a very, very delicate analysis here. But let's continue.
Would be a travesty of justice, which under any circumstances would be absolutely unacceptable. But beyond sort of speculating and beyond sort of allegations which, to be totally fair, may not necessarily be justified, are you any clearer now about who carried out this attack on you, or is there still a lack of clarity or some confusion there? And I'm asking you to think of it legally rather than just people you may not get along with. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to want to kill you.
Well, I will not be doing a good service to myself if I don't speak truth at every time, because God has given me a second life. Here, when you listen to the audio message from the governor's essay, and then you listen to the first attack of December, when we were ambushed after Obioya,
pay attention,
and they opened fire. But luckily on that particular one, I was not inside the convoy. And then he was in a healer's vehicle with the same hooded men speaking fluent Rivers and Bayelsa slangs that normal courtiers from that side use.
Speaking fluent, Rivers and Bayelsa's, language that normal courtiers they speak there. Speaking fluent language coming out from Bayelsa and River State. The language matters in this investigation. The language, after the exposition I made, or was it on Friday, about the plan of Asari to invade our land in the name of no election. In the name of no election, because he is part of this shenanigan of no election, because it is opposition party that, is whoever that is Biafra land is going to vote for is opposition party to the party he's affiliated with, which is, I believe, is Tinubu, right? Somebody remind me in that comment section, is it Tinubu that Asare Dokubo is supporting, or is it ATIKUS? So we will know. After that, after that exposition, somebody sent me this video clip or video interview of Chinasas, and of course, this what is Ugochinyere's interview, and told me about this path where he said that those boys are coming from Bayelsa, River State. Now I listened to this. I listened to it over and over again. I listened to it over and over again. Then I came to a conclusion. The whole weekend I was paying attention to this. Let us finish that path which I was actually you were listening to now before I stop it. Listen.
Fire. But luckily on that particular, I want to
pay attention.
Well, I will not be doing a good service to myself if I don't speak truth at every time, because God has given me a second life. Here, when you listen to the audio message from the governor's SA, and then you listen to the first attack of December, when we were ambushed after Obioya and they opened fire. But luckily on that particular one, I was not inside the convoy. And then he was in a healer's vehicle with the same hooded men speaking fluent rivers and Bayelsa slangs that normal courtiers from that side used to speak. And I say specifically that this is the man that laid the assault. So that's why I said categorically, it was state militia sponsored, and I'm waiting for anybody to give me a contrary investigative report to this evidence I have put. And let me give you another information. Maybe when the governor was speaking, he didn't know that we was to do our investigation. He was alluding to ESM people operating from our area, blah blah blah. We have gone even into an investigation. Let me give you one information that today we decided to bring it, and also later you look at it because it's evidential. Here is a Highlander that was snatched in Owerri. Mark my words, snatched in Owerri, that belongs to the woman from Afuku. The husband is in coma now. The registration number is there. They took the car from Owerri, beat the man and the woman, and then this is the car that contained the explosive that was being thrown. Now the question now is, how did they take the car from Owerri? Drive all the way from Owerri, passing all those
they are visitors,
and get to Akokwa. That is the reason why they were asking for the direction, because they are not from our side.
Right.
And now when they were going, because they were panicking, you can see that car is inside the ditch. So they moved some of the explosive into the other.
Now let me leave it here. Let us analyze those we have actually captured here. Now, number one of it, these people that attacked Ugochinyere's property or country home, they are not from Imo State. They are not from Imo State. You heard that they snatched car from Owerri, which means they were coming in. Now, listen to all the points that I have picked up. Killers does not know who to kill. They does not know where the victim stays. They have to ask for directions. So the killers were invited. The killers were not from Imo State. And now, for you to understand, he said again, there was a man who is identifying people. This is the father, this is this is that. Shoot. There was an identifier to show you, confirm to you that the killer is not from there, from Imo State axis. If they snatch car from Owerri, jeep, it means they come towards that, they come towards, from that side of rivers, that side of, Bayelsa, probably. They snatch car in Owerri. If they snatch car in Owerri, it means that they were arriving towards that area they snatched that car. They were not from Owerri. They just arrived there, they snatched a car. Now, the military refused to respond. The military refused to respond. Have you seen it? The military that is not up to 20 minutes away, they refuse to respond. These are the same military you saw that was destroying people's houses, destroying people's properties in Imo State, killing people and destroying their means of livelihood. the same Imo State, the same military that is ready to repel against anything they called it is IPOB or it is anything that it is called gunmen. They claim they are up for gunmen. But now, this will show you who the military in Imo State is up for. Innocent people and burning of people's properties, burning of marketplace, destroying lives and the livelihood of ordinary innocent people in the name that they are IPOB, so that Hope Uzodinma will be carrying out all his, deadly attacks. Because when he want to do attacks like this, he will go and hire people from Asare Dokubo. They will come for this attack. When he hire them, he bring them to our land. He will use them to commit their military, their carnage. Then the next day, you will see military people all over the place start killing innocent people. He thought about, a police being told to stand down. The security being told to stand down in the middle of attack on a politician. The security personnel were told to stand down. Are you now understanding that it is an order from above? You don't even need to be a rocket investigator. You don't even need to be anything for you to understand that it is government contrived. And tomorrow they will come and tell you it is the IPOB, it is Eastern Security Network, it is this and that, because that is where they will always want to off-ramp. The easiest target, and the media who are not actually, doing any investigation, they will come and report such rubbish if care was not taken. If the man that was attacked does not know everything that happened to him, you will see the media saying it was this IPOB and the Eastern Security Network, the militia, that are carried attack on the country home of this politician called Ugochinyere. It is their way of off-ramp because they are not objective in everything that they are sending out there. They just report what is made available for them by the perpetrators. They protect the perpetrators. That's what they do all the time. In Nigeria, media houses are part of the problems that you have. Media houses, they are part of the problems that you have. You know why? Because media is supposed to be giving people, alternatives. Media is supposed to be giving people security information. Media is supposed to be giving people anything that will enable them to actually be protected. But at the end of the day, the media is the one lying to people, making people to actually, get into the dead end, because the media is not objective in their reportage. They can never be, because these are brown envelope journalists who are the repertoire. They report whatever that the perpetrator will hand over to them. Now, let us now ask this question again. Uzodinma mentioned that there are people who does not want election to help hold in Imo State. And because Ugochinyere has been calling for the release of Barr Nnaemeka Kanu, they want to use the opportunity to kill them in order to say it is IPOB fighting IPOB, or it is IPOB fighting the faction, or parallel group that was created by the politicians. That is what they were going to say, that it is IPOB fighting those agent provocateur. That's what he was going to put it, in order to give them a safe landing, those who are the perpetrators, including him, to bring him to the to the clean book. That's what they plan to do. But at the end of the day, he was actually dealing with the wrong people. Now, he said also that he deserved it, Hope Uzodinma said, according to the repertoire, now, or the victim. Now you will imagine all these things, the sentiment coming from the governor, the stand down of the securities, the military not showing up, but they have the power to go and burn innocent people's houses, claiming that those are the criminals in the Imo State axis. So now you will find out that it is government contrived, and you Uzodimma will not say that he is not aware of that. Just like I said to you on Friday, that these people that even the agent provocateur are going to use to invade our land, they are coming from Bayelsa State area. They are the Asaredok. Asaredok Kubo knows about it, because it works in their favor. It works in his favor. He is going to help them to bring criminals to come into Biafra land and to kill innocent people in the name of ballot box snatching. Some people will be snatching ballot box. Some people will be intimidating people. You have no idea what the plan is. But I have told to Ohaneze, who claim that they care. The reason why I am actually speaking to Ohaneze, it is about the innocent people life that will be lost, and those who will be killed, and properties that will be damaged by the military aftermath. That is the reason why I am saying this, because aftermath will be the military, because the military, they always have power when it comes to the innocent civilians. They have power. But when it comes to the perpetrators of crime, when it comes to those wielding the smoking gun, the military, they don't have power to attack them. The military, they don't have power to stop them. The military will never be proactive. The military are only reactive, coming to look for innocent people to make a victim or to make aggressor. This is what military in Biafra land is doing. That is what they are doing. And they need to be stopped at all costs. They will not continue to kill innocent people in the name that they are IPOB. And that is to show you that if you allow them to continue to come into your communities to kill you, I will continue to tell you you are IPOB. And that means every other people unfinished building belonging to IPOB. People's houses they are burning. The house itself is IPOB. Marketplaces, they are burning. The market is IPOB. Everything, the military carnage in Imo State, is it IPOB. But the military could not see all the cars that was set ablaze, all the explosive that was used in Ugochinyere's country home. They didn't hear it. They did not see it. They were not active. I don't even know if they were reactive, because they were not shown in the crime scene. That is to show you what is going on. And do not forget that there is a plan. There is a plan that Asare is making, because the militia he created while the agent provocateur was creating their own militia, it is only as a result of those who were trying to scuttle you people of Hanez and Igbo, your Igbo president, that you people are blinded with. That is exactly the security information that I am giving you. If you like to react to it, if you like to pro-react to it, if you like to be reactive to it, that is your problem. When you come and say it is IPOB, that is the reason why I am bringing out this security information. And that is the reason why when I saw this interview, when I heard him talking about the people coming from Bayelsa and River State, the language they were speaking is the language that is being spoken there in that area. It actually triggered me to come and, actually make it more clearer with regards to what the exposition that I talked about a few days ago. because it is very important that our people know where their enemy is coming from. The first thing you need to do for security, for security reason or security fight, when you are fighting for insecurity or when you are fighting, trying to engage the enemy, first of all, you need to know where the enemy will come from. You need to know where the enemy is going to come from. You need to know the potential enemies. Once you know those potential enemies, you will face them head on. Those who are calling for no election, it is their business. It is none of my business. My only take on that is the innocent lives that is going to be lost. I don't care about these politicians and their political activities, but the lives of the innocent people, the properties of the innocent people that are going to be burnt by the military in the name that they are getting back at IPOB is the only thing that I care about. Let the dead bury the dead, because whoever that is clamoring that, those that it is only going to touch now, they are part of those who put them up to do what they are doing. So when what goes around will always come around. So whatever they are doing against them, they deserve it. It is not my business. As long as these people will not come tomorrow to say it is IPOB, God will punish all of them. Who, in fact, he will make them the victim of all this shenanigan that is about to happen, because we have stated it clearly. We have made it clear that we have not called for any election boycott or anything, because we don't have that mandate or information yet. If you heard that Barr Nnaemeka Kanu said that if you stop election 2023, it will give you Biafra, you need to confirm it from him first. Because if soldiers, military soldiers, they will plan on how to attack, they will always have a plan B. In case if their initial plan does not work as planned, if their initial plan is leaked, or in case if there is any loopholes found along the way, that is going to escort the initial plan, they will go for plan B. That is the reason why we must be sure. That is the reason why the IPOB leadership are doing every thing that they are doing to make sure that if there will be a call, it will be the right call. But I am going to leave this one here. There is something ATIKUS said in his interview. There is something he said in one of his interviews with BBC, and I am not going to play such I will not play such because I know BBC is a very they are very, very mean when it comes to activities of IPOB. They are the reason why my page is almost down today, because I exposed them. I exposed their misinformation, or will I call it disinformation. I expose it against IPOB and against the attacks on IPOB, or it is not against the attack on IPOB. They actually are misinforming the public, because the military carnage in our land, they were covering it up. All the killings in our land by the Fulanis, they were covering it up. It was Peter Obi's his interview, the one I am looking for. This interview by Atiku Abubakar, where he said that he has so many children. That's where he agreed that he has so many children. He also said they are studying abroad. He claimed they are also studying in Nigeria. That he wants to build a Nigeria that will be good for them. Now you ask yourself, him also said, there is a statement he made there, and that is the reason why I am going to play that video. It will be the reason why I am going to play that video. There is a very important statement that he made there. That so that will be the reason why I will actually try to play this, but I will put up a disclaimer to Facebook. The video that I'm about to play, I know it might bounce back. It is for a better analysis to save life. It is not for commercial. It is actually to save life of innocent people and the future of ordinary people on the ground. Let me play that. Pay attention.
I have many kids, children. I brought them up well.
This is the third time you've been running for the office of the president. So why do you insist on becoming the president of Nigeria?
Well, first of all, let me start from a private perspective. I have many kids, children. I brought them up well, sent them to the best schools, both within Nigeria and outside. As I normally tell them, I have lived my life. But if I should bring them all back home, what kind of a country am I going to live for them? I think this thinking that I have is a thinking behind every parent in this country. What kind of a country am I going to live for my kids? Is it a better country than I found it or not? This is one of the reasons behind my perseverance, to run for the office of this country, not only for my kids, but for the future generation of this country, everybody's kids. The message I have for Nigerians at this point in time: vote out the APC. Compare our records. Nigerians have absolutely no reason to vote for APC.
Well, there are multiple candidates this time around.
Let us be realistic. Where is labor in this country? Where is the structure? Where is labor? No single member.
The real reason why I am playing this is for those obedient to come and listen. Come and hear it. Those who call themselves obedient. If obedient, Mego, he is telling you that your obedient is not part of his challenges. It is not part. He is not part of his stress. The Labour Party. It is not part of his stress. Do you know why? The reason why it is not part of his stress, it is because we told you that all these things you people are jumping up and down, clamoring for obedience, forgetting the man who open the eyes of all of you, including those who are clamoring for obedience today, or obedient himself. For them to realize that you have never been a leader in Nigeria, because in the last 63 years, only because you are serving Fulani as a slave. Fulanis are actually making you people as, treating you people as slaves. That is exactly the reason. Then today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in suffering. People are saying obedient. It is okay. Let us you could continue clamoring. As in Abachos, I go mile. Atiku, which I told you is the first choice of the Fulani today, tell you that obedient does not have any ground to win any election. He is not saying it he felt confident. He has confidence saying it. That obedience does not have any ground. that he does not have anything. It is a new party that they are just doing marketing. That's what he said here. That they are just doing marketing. Because he is the first choice for Fulani. There is no, when the godfathers of the north stand behind you, you get it. There is no good God, there is no strong godfather in the West. In fact, in the West, you might have Obasanjo as a godfather somehow, but you don't have in the East. And the greatest godfathers, people who practice godfatherism, it is the Fulanis. And that is the reason why Atiku is telling you. So that you will start getting used to it. You will make peace. That's why they go to BBC. You will make peace that whoever you are clamoring for, but immediately we bring this up, they kick us out of Facebook. Because the Fulanis are at work. Because they know we are here to expose them. We are here to expose the whatever, shenanigan they are up here, They know we are here to expose it. That is the reason why they will continue to kick us out. Because I see no reason. But those of you watching on YouTube, stay put there. Let us connect back. We are formidable. We're not going anywhere. We must continue. We are formidable. We must continue. Because what we are here to preach is the gospel. To educate our people to know what they are getting themselves into. It is not, there is nothing that is going to stop us. Let us go back to Facebook quickly. We cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. We are going back. I believe yes, we are back online on Facebook. Facebook has done all their best. I told you, once we talk about BBC, BBC is a very, very devilish, media house. I told you before, and I put up a disclaimer. This is to show you what BBC stands for. I put up a disclaimer before I use their video. Because they are media house. We're supposed to, this is about people's life. BBC is from London. It is about in a way that it is going to people, the members of the public will be well aware of what they are, Oh, they kick us out immediately again. Wow. Wow, BBC, I don't know you are the one controlling Facebook now. BBC is now the one controlling Facebook. Did they? Oh, I did not know. I didn't know. BBC is the one controlling Facebook now. So let us find out if it is really the truth. Wow. They did kick us out again. So now let me not talk about them anymore. Let me leave them behind. They are all, colonizers. So they will continue to protect whatever they are doing against the African people. Okay, let me not bring more people into the program. So that is to show Facebook is limiting how many I am going to bring, because now you see the audience increased. The audience increased on Facebook. It started happening. It increased to almost, we brought in almost 100 people watching on Facebook. They they actually brought down the page. Well, let me actually remove those that I brought in for recently. Let me remove them so that we'll find out exactly what's going on. And then, so I think we are now back to Facebook. We are back to Facebook. Those watching on Facebook, I hope, are you formidable? Are you formidable? Are you getting the picture? Are you getting the message? Are you getting the message? Those watching on Facebook. It is still not joined yet. It is still connecting. Okay, we are in. Those watching on Facebook, are you getting the message of what exactly is going on? Because everything is okay from our end. It is actually not. It is actually bringing crack to it. I don't know what's going on. My side is okay. Everything is okay from my side. It is in the green. Actually, the broadcast quality, it is in the green here. So there is no need, there is no reason for Facebook to kick us out, except those we were talking about attacked us. So just like I was saying, this man called ATIKUS, I did not bring more people into the program. This man called ATIKUS, he came to say that he has many children in Nigeria and they are studying abroad, some are studying in Nigeria. So he need to create a country that is going to be suitable for them for future benefit. Now he went ahead, they asked him what about Labour Party. He said to them, Labour Party has no ground in Nigeria politics. So Labour Party is just doing marketing. Labour Party is just advertising themselves, that there is nothing that Labour Party has that will make them to win Nigeria election, because Labour Party has not come to the, to that stage or level of Nigeria politics. So for you to understand, it is not about your say. It is about, the cabal say. Nigeria election is not, he was there before as a vice president. So you know why I'm saying this? I am not saying it because I am supporting your obedient. I am saying it for you to understand that it is not about this, your opinion. It is not about your vote. It is about political godfatherism. It is about those the cabals are going to use. We have a caller on the line. Let me take this call and we will find where we are going. The caller on the line, are you calling for the program, please?
Yes, good morning. Good evening.
Good morning. Is it Mazosi?
Yes. Good evening from here.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's been a while, eh?
Hey, I called you in the respect of the program you are doing, this evening. Like what you just played now, what this man talked. What's his name? ATIKUS or what's it?
Yes, ATIKUS.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, what he's saying that he's looking for a better country where his children. If you watch whatever, all the children, you understand?
It's just about them. People, even though our people,
they have kicked us out of Facebook again.
It was supposed to be in front.
They have kicked us out of Facebook again. I don't know why they don't want us to talk about this. And I believe we are still on let me check Twitter. Are we still on Twitter?
Can I wait for you or should I continue?
You can actually continue. We are live on YouTube. YouTube is formidable. It is not shaking. So please continue. We are live on YouTube. We will broadcast it on Facebook later.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Okay, thank you, my brother. So if you watch what is happening, even when he did the camp, even though let me just say now that maybe IPOB, this is just an illustration, and if IPOB just say that that we are going to cast a vote, that we are going to vote in this election. Okay, can people just look at ATIKUS and this shakeable man and go and vote for them? If even though possibility that they say IPOB should support the voting, and people, some people will still have mind, go and vote this man. They support. Number one, this man is not in that country called Nigeria.
Don't bring this. Wait, Mazosi, don't bring Mazosi.
Yes.
Don't bring the context to IPOB. Bring it to Nigeria. If Nigeria are in their right senses, or if there is anybody in their right senses who is talking about politics, or who is promoting those who are the candidates, who is right in their mind, what are they going for? If you put it in this way, it looks like we are advertising somebody. We are not advertising somebody. All of them are the same.
Yes.
All of them are the same. All of them are Nigeria politicians. None of them is Biafra politician. We don't have politicians. So when you want to put it in those people who are doing it in their own way, because there is no one is different. Please continue.
Thank you, my brother, for that correction. Thank you so much. I really love that. So, like what I'm saying before, assuming that they say that, let everybody cast his vote. So people will just see a man that is not in that country called Nigeria. This man is not there. He don't know what is happening there. All the years, all his life, he's living in abroad, outside the country. He don't know what is going on in the country, that he's coming back to say that he wants to come and do election and be the president. He don't know anything concerning that country. All his life is in abroad, living in another person's country. Now every election year he will just run and come back to contend for presidentialship. And people in their right senses, sometimes I say that, like what you said, there is a group I joined. There is a group I'm on on WhatsApp. I joined the group. So every this thing there's our people say that in Igbo land they say that listen more and talk less. So all the time I'm just listening. But today, if I just throw a word, my word is bomb. If I just throw it there. The last time I talked to them, I told them that Kanu prophesy, because that man is a prophet. He prophesied that time shall come. Even what all the prophecies, all the prophets and pastors in Nigeria could not be able, even outside Nigeria could not be able to prophesy about. But Mazenman cannot prophesy it. And told you that time shall come when you will have money in your accounts, but you cannot be able to access it. Is it not happening today? I can say that this prophecy is the list of all the prophecy that Mazenman Kanu gave concerning Nigeria. And he said that this will lead to the downfall of Nigeria. Nigeria is falling. And I told them that, see what will happen. If they see what happened to angels when angel come to visit Lot and his wife in the Bible, as we are reading it in the Bible. What happened to Lot and his wife when the angels, no, not Lot, yes, I think the sister to Abraham, and the brother to Abraham, and what happened to them? The angels came they even wanted to commit immorality with the angels
in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. So yes, in Sodom and Gomorrah, they even want to commit.
It was
Sodom immorality with angels. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is echoing. I don't know.
Continue. Never mind the echo. It is from your side. I believe people are hearing you from this side.
Okay. So they want to even commit immorality with the angels. Now, if they like, if they like me to become the angel and climb up on that place, my brother, Nigeria don't spoil. He said Nigeria don't spoil. Nigeria is normalism.
Exactly.
There is nothing. There's one man. There's a video I sent for you now. Maybe you analyze this video. But let me finish what I'm saying before I go to the video I sent for you now. There is one man that was saying something about what happened. I don't know. There's something that happened. The man was just talking, and he was saying, "Is that the way they will? If that is this way, that he would prefer a better Nigeria than Biafra that he did not know about." Oh my God! After that boy, because I will call him a boy. After that useless man talked that and finished, I blasted him. A man that you don't know your left, you don't know your right. You are coming out talking about Biafra you don't know about. What source of nonsense? What source of terrorism? Yeah. You come out to talk about you said everything you said. You said a nice word and you spoil everything by using that word that you prefer better Nigeria. I now told him that, see, let me tell you, if you are waiting for a better Nigeria,
that is what the enemy and the agent provocateur want people to be confessing. So you don't blame the man. It is just that the man is weak, the flesh is weak, the spirit is willing. So you don't blame the man mostly. Blame the agent provocateur. Please go ahead. Round up, my brother, so that we will find another time because it's been a while.
Okay, my brother. So now, on all those things, I just talked to him. After talking to him, maybe he might go home, he might go and think about it. I don't know, because he didn't respond to the message. So, but what I'm trying to say is that if they like, God, I'm sorry, but this is the right word to use. If they like, let angel come down. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah will still happen in Nigeria. So there is no immortalism in Nigeria.
True.
Nigeria cannot be immortal. Nigeria cannot be repaired again. Nigeria has fallen, and every day by day, Nigeria is going down every day by day. So if they like, let angel come down. The same thing that happened in Sodom and Gomorrah will still happen to those angels.
True.
Yeah. So there is no immortalism in Nigeria. Cannot be immortalism. Coming down to the video I sent for you now. Maybe later you check it. Coming down to the video I just sent for you now. All the whether it's in Britain or America, everybody they just know down here. Say Africans. We are sorry for. I don't know if you have seen that video. We are sorry for the this thing we cause you.
Okay. We will talk about those videos some other time. I think use 20 seconds to finalize. We will talk about that video. When I'm talking about it, I will invite you so that you will bring your own input towards that video. Let's finalize what we have in hand. Use 20 seconds to round up because they are attacking us all over the place. Now our Twitter is hanging, it's been jumping. So because I think more people came to Twitter when we started. They started, fighting the Twitter. So please round up because the problem is actually escalating.
Okay. My brother, well, there is no much thing to say again. But all I need to say is that thank you very much for your job well done. In fact, you are really doing a great job here. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. But all I want to say is that those that is still waiting for a better Nigeria should know, if they like I said, if they like, let them come down to be the president of Nigeria. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah will still happen to those angels. That is already there. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. So that is the truth. If angel come down from the sky and come to or from wherever and come to Nigeria, it will still be like Sodom and Gomorrah. They will not let the angel do the work. They will destroy and compromise the angel. That is what our brother is trying to say, that Nigeria does not have any solution anymore, because the only solution is disintegration of that damnable zoological republic called Nigeria. As you may all know, that ATIKUS said with his mouth that your own obedient, they have no basis, they have nothing in Nigeria, they cannot win because they are not yet rooted to the type of politics that they play in Nigeria. So it is telling you that he is Fulani choice. He is not even bothered about obedient. He is only bothered about Tinubu. So are you now understanding when I tell you those people, those ones you see as underdog in that trio, is the one who is the first choice of the Fulani? And when it happened, you will not say, I did not remind you. If you are watching on that YouTube, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Our YouTube is green, but it's cracking. I don't know why it is cracking, but maybe our YouTube is green. I don't know if it is cracking from your side. It is green here. Excellent condition. The stream, what it says is excellent condition. It is also green in the software. Excellent condition. So why is it cracking? They have actually come into all the platforms. They have kicked us on Facebook. I did not try to log on again because I have logged on 3 times. They kicked us out. Even on Twitter, they have started hanging it, fighting it. It is no longer clear there. So we are going to be bringing this program to an end. We are going to continue. And I will actually revisit this program for those who joined few minutes before they cut us off. We are going to revisit this program maybe tomorrow. And then those who does not understand the interview of ATIKUS, you will go and listen to it. You will understand that the interview is all about telling you that your vote does not count. The type of politics Nigeria play count. It is only those in the legislature, it is only those in the government that their opinion matters. The opinion of ordinary people does not matter. That is exactly what you will derive from that interview ATIKUS granted to BBC, so that you will know when you are clamoring for obedience, it is just a waste of time. It is just you are just wasting your time, and you are just making, bringing us back. And that is the reason why we are telling everybody who is clamoring no election, because those are the people who want to help them to rig this election. Those are the people who want to give them safe landing when they do whatever they want to do. Because are they going to do what they want to do? They are going to do what they want to do. And whatever they want to do is going to actually, be a good business for us. But that is the reason why IPOB remains silent in this conundrum. Because if you try and you fail, and you will know that it is, ATIKUS already confirmed it. Like I told you, ATIKUS is the first choice of Fulani. If you don't know it now. He is the first choice of Fulani. Tinubu won't win election, nor Peter Obi. ATIKUS is the one they have selected, and ATIKUS is the one that will win. Because ATIKUS knows every secret, including the one Britain is hiding. ATIKUS knows all of them. So if you want to actually, Tinubu is you will say Tinubu is an old man. He will forget, he has forgotten many things. So to fight Tinubu is a small thing. He will just make him have high BP. He will just collapse. So they know that ATIKUS is the man of the game. So that is the reason why ATIKUS confessed to you that your obedient has no, is not rooted in Nigeria politics. Your obedient does not have anything in Nigeria politics, and it is now showing you that your vote does not count. It is those parties that is rooted in Nigeria politics that will come out victoriously. I don't know if we are done with everything we have to preach this evening, but I want you to understand that so many of our people who are actually getting carried away, so many people who I saw agitating 2 years ago, today they are political campaigners. Today they are selling politics to you. I want you to know, those people you see, they are not resolute enough, and at the end of it all, he will come and say that I said it. Those whom you are actually supporting, wasting the time of IPOB, instead of using the energy to support your own man who actually made the mind of people to wake up today and call for his release, use your platform and call for his release. You claim you love him, and you claim because you love him, that is the reason why you have turned against the DOS, because DOS did not burn down Biafra land, because DOS did not order for the burning down of Biafra land, and you decided to stand with the agent provocateur who said that they are burning down Nigeria, but burning and killing pregnant women. That is exactly what you are standing with today. Next one, some of you standing Obi. You are standing with Obi. Obi have not done anything for you. There has never been anything that Nigeria politics did for you. I like the example of this our brother OC brought up. He said that in Sodom and Gomorrah, even God will send his angel to go and fix Sodom and Gomorrah, to go and make them change. It doesn't change. That is the reason why I always tell you, even if you bring angel in that position of power in Nigeria, the type of politics that Nigeria is rooted upon will never allow the angel to thrive. It will corrupt that angel. That angel will become the most corruptible individual. You will cry more. The same way when Buhari was coming to the power, everybody was clamoring, hey, Buhari is good luck. Good luck is bad luck. Today, what is happening? Because there is a time. Too many ways that seemeth right in the sight of man, but the end of it is destruction. But narrow is the way. The way of IPOB might be narrow to you. The way we are carrying our things now might be narrow to you. But it is the way that will lead you to freedom. It is not the way that will lead you to destruction, because narrow is the way that leadeth to life. Broad and beautiful, and so much obedient is the way that will lead you back into captivity, that is going to draw you back. Broad and beautiful is the way of the agent provocateur that is going to lead you back into captivities, that is going to prolong your captivity, because you don't want to accept the fact that you must be obedient to the cause that you are championing, because you never introduced the initiative that we are using to fight for this struggle. It is not your primary initiative. You might have contributed towards that initiative. You might have support, and maybe today you believe that your own thoughts or your own premonitions is going to supersede the initiative of that man whose agenda we are using, that man whose energy that is propelling this agitation, and you decided to go and join agent provocateur. I can assure you today, you have sinned against thy people. You have sinned against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and you should go while you can to beg for the forgiveness. Just like I always tell you, that agent provocateur and Ifeneme, he brought down his YouTube. You think maybe he will say to you that they brought his YouTube down, but he's the one who actually brought down that YouTube, because there are many things that will be used against him in that YouTube. But of course, whenever it is needed, we will actually make it available. That he bring it down from YouTube. He did not delete it from my laptops. That is the most important thing that you people should understand. And at the end of the day, he has been hiding because, he is going through a lot. The gods of our land is dealing with him. Yeah, I told you that I will call him out, and he is coming out slowly. He will come out and he will finish what he started, because whatever he started, it is something that is going to consume him and those who are the agendas that is working for, because those are the ones who are terrorizing, direct and indirect, both the military carnage happening in our land. People will take out money to build a house, somebody will bring a caterpillar and bring it down in the name that they are fighting terrorists, in the name that they are fighting IPOB. Who does that? Because somebody is somewhere in Europe dishing out rubbish